How's it going, boys and girls? Welcome to Combo Hive Mind's channel. I can't say welcome to No Man's Sky. Well, I could, because welcome to No Man's Sky. It's kind of a new game to me, even though I have a lot of hours in the game. I just got it a couple weeks ago, and I've been playing non-stop as much as I could, really, because I'm super busy with work as well. But it's a long weekend, and I have a little bit of free time, so I figured why not do a little bit of a recording. Now, unfortunately, I'm not recording from the scratch. This is a game that takes so much freaking time when you're actually doing it the way that the game is intended and not glitching anything out. So for example, like farming for minerals or well, I mean, money is actually super easy to get, and I'm going to show you how I get my money made. Now, what you see me driving right now is a exotic S-Class Ladalmi's hand. Now, I did do a little bit of an upgrade, and that's pretty much what I did. I didn't do, it's not a big storage ship, but I upgraded as much as I could for the time being. Now, again, like I'm saying, I'm no professional in this game, and I don't know all the tips and the tricks. I do know some of them, but this is what I got on this one so far. I've only gotten this one about 2 days ago. It actually flew into a space station as I was buying and reselling and scrapping ships for their modules, and then I seen that little baby show up, and I'm like, I want that boy. That is my new ship that I'm driving around in, or flying around in, I should say. As you can see at the top, I do have my exosuit, which is normal. Technology installed. I have a lot of storage and a lot of cargo. My multi-tool is an A-class. Still hunting for an S-class multi-tool, although it is pretty decked out a little bit. It needs to go up in the damage potential. Exocraft is just simply not available. I do have the Minotaur and a hovercraft kind of car. Oh, and I do have the big truck too. It's really pointless. It doesn't work very well. And the freighter, we're going to get to the freighter in just 1 second, because my freighter, boys and girls, is parked right behind this asteroid. Now, I didn't plan this to be like this. I just started the video and I was drifting, and it ended up being behind the asteroid. Surprise unveiling, HGTV home kind of thing. Move that bus. Let's pretty much shoot that asteroid. It took me 7 hours to find this, and I'm gonna put the link to the video down below. I followed Jason Play's video on how to get this, and his tips and tricks on No Man's Sky are by far amazing. I mean, if you're new to No Man's Sky, watch Jason Play's videos on No Man's Sky, and you are going to learn a ton. As I said, the link is going to be down below in the description. After 7 hours of using that trick, I found my S-Class freighter. It's gotta be more. There's my S-Class freighter, boys and girls. You can see it a little bit far away. I'm gonna actually just bump it up a little bit. We're gonna get closer. There you go. A little bit closer. Now, I do have a lot of ships in my fleet. I did a lot of recruiting when I had my B-Class freighter, and I didn't know what was gonna happen when I actually swapped from my B-Class to my S-Class when I actually found it. So on my B-Class, I had all my storage compartments or storage containers on the ship, but I didn't have them anywhere else on the planet. So fearing that I was going to lose all my stuff from my storages, I built them on this planet down here, which you can see I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 bases on this planet. I'm going to go show you guys what this is all about. Now, I do have some ships that are sticking around my capital ship, which this is an S-Class. It is a Corvex? I believe it's Corvex. It is a Corvex race. I was going for a Gek at first because I know their language very well, and I simply couldn't find one. And you know what? After 7 hours of using the trick that I'm showing down below, I simply got tired, and I said, I'm gonna take whatever the hell I can find, except Vikine. I didn't want a Vikine ship, and I have my own personal reasons for that. I simply did not want a Vikine ship. So we're gonna board my capital ship, which is an S-Class Vortex. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna find it for you. Now you're gonna find this ship to be pretty boned, pretty empty to the bone. I don't have many visitors around here. I'm not in one of the best star systems either, but this is where I got my mines, and I'll explain why. Now this is the first ship, not the first ship I started with, but this is the first S-class ship I ever had. And this one here, boys and girls, I found on a distress call. It was abandoned on a planet, and I salvaged it. I kept it for myself. This is my S-class ship. It's simply like a little freighter ship. It's a little shuttle ship, so it's not meant to do much. I didn't bump it up that high, but it is an S-class, and that was the important part. I simply wanted an S-class ship. There you go. There's my S-class ship. And at the other end, you saw my S-class exotic ship. Now I'm going to go upstairs. We're going to go upstairs. Now on this freighter here, I didn't do anything. I kept most of my salvage modules and my storage upgrade modules because I knew at some point I wanted an S-class ship. I closed that off, but I kept it open on this side. And then it goes in the back. Now the back's just going to be in big open room. I got rid of everything. I'm going to do a lot of work here. I did do 2 rooms here. I'm going to be doing a lot of work here, but in order for me to do that, it requires a lot of resources. Those resources would be tritium and silver. Now I don't have many of that. That's why I gotta do something. Now, fleet command rooms, that one just finished. I got 1, 2, 3, and then 4 expeditions that are currently on the way. I do have the trading terminal here, so I can trade some stuff right from my freighter. And up the stairs, I put all my storage. There you go. All my storage are now here. They're all in sync together, and the last one is right at the end. I do have my exocraft summoning station, which actually doesn't do anything on the freighter itself, although it gives you the power, I guess, to be able to summon your exocraft on any planet that you are, even though you don't have the exocraft bay or whatever it may be on said planet. I won't be able to do it here. Yeah, specialist, exocraft. I could just do the orbital exocraft materializer. I can't speak that word. That's a fancy word. This is simply to change my appearance, my character appearance, and I did do a portal. That way I can warp myself as a person to my bases, because what happened is when I used the trick to get the freighter, you have to do 5 warp jumps. Well, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to find my base again, because my base is very important to me. So, first thing I did is I built that portal so I could be able to spawn back to where my base was, and then just summon my freighter again, which is exactly what it did. I'm back in that star system now. As per upgrade modules, I'm close to the end. Purchase upgrades. I got this one to go, which is plasmatic warp injector, will give me 300 light year hyperdrive range, and this one here, which is the reality de-threader, which will give me 800 light years. Although I do need some salvage frigate modules. I got 0 on me, but the other one's just paint. I do have some here, frigate modules. I got 4. There's another trick to that. I'll show you, and I found that one from Jason as well. Storage wise, I just keep my fuel here for my expeditions. All my stuff that I actually end up selling is here. Now I do have the technology. I do have the matter beam, which makes you be able to send information from your exosuit to your freighter, wherever the freighter may be, and then you have pretty much infinite storage, and that's what I've been doing. I have it on my ship as well. That one, exactly that one. The teleport receiver, it does not work. A device that modulates standard Starship communication signals to enable the transport of matter as well as data. It does not work. It doesn't matter if I put it here, or it doesn't matter if I put it here. in the technology slot. It simply does not work. It says my ship is out of range and I cannot transfer the information. So that one's 100% useless. If it works for you guys, congratulations. It does not work for me. So I've been using that one a lot for the S-Class. Now I've added everything that I could have, and I don't have any modules for the freighter. Everything else is installed. There's no other technology that I can install on my freighter. My containers, I fill everything. If you've watched any of my videos, for example, like Raft, you'll know that I'm a hoarder and I keep absolutely everything, which is a good thing because when you want to build something, you don't have to fight to try to find it. Ferrite dust. Ferrite dust should go up. Ferrite dust is a very, very good story and good example towards this, because when I built my mines, which is what I have at my base, my mines, I'll go show you guys, I needed a ton of ferrite dust, and you wouldn't think that you need that much ferrite dust and chromatic metal. You wouldn't think you would need that much. Trust me, boys and girls, if you plan on doing any sort of mining on No Man's Sky, you are going to need a ton of ferrite dust. Not only ferrite dust, but metallic plates as well. Is that what they're called, metallic plates? These guys, metal plating. You are going to need an extreme amount of metal plating. You have no idea. Start stockpiling it now. Now, chromatic metal is another one that I used up. I have 9,999. That's it. That's all I kept on the ship. I didn't need it anywhere else. I kept that. I ran out. I ran out of ferrite dust to the point where that's why I built the exosuit, the Minotaur, so I could actually get a lot more ferrite dust without having to worry about the elements. I ran out of everything. So now I do keep chromatic metal here as well. It's in the process of going up. I do keep ferrite dust here. As you can see, I keep 2 more here, as many as I can get. I've been buying everything from the market that I can find. And yeah, so everything else goes back up. Like the hydrogen is the same thing. Those little blue crystals you find on planets, you think you're not going to need that much. But when you actually start making your fuel for your frigate, which is this stuff here, you're going to need a ton of it. You're going to need so much of that, you're going to run out. 100% guaranteed. You're going to run out. So my tactic is to stockpile it, but only 1 stack of each. Now I was told that with an I'm on my freighter. I mean, don't shut up. I was told that with an S-Class freighter, I was under the assumption, I should say, that with an S-Class freighter, you have a higher, you can put more than 9,999 per stack. That's not true, boys and girls. That does not work. I attempted. I can show you with, this chromatic metal. So let's go here, and the freighter, this is an S-Class freighter, 9,999. I'm going to go on my exosuit. We're going to grab this pile of chromatic metal, which is an extra 779, and you cannot add more. Now that's not accurate information, probably. That's what I was under the assumption, which would have been awesome, but it's not a big change if it's not. Moving on, a whole bunch of different stuff that you would get on special missions or this and that. The only reason why I actually keep some of this stuff is because it is used for building, crafting, charging, upgrading, refining. This one is used for crafting and trading. If it strictly just says trading, I don't care about it. I'm not going to keep it. Antimatter is a really rare one. It's not rare. You can make it yourself, but it goes by super quick. Radon is used for crafting and charging and refining. So I don't know at what point down the road that I'm actually going to need this. I ran out of dioxide at some point and I needed some, so I ended up having to find a frozen planet, and for hours that's the only thing I did, is I farmed dioxide because I needed it for something I don't remember. Now I need silver. Now I'm in the process of needing silver, and we're going to be looking for a silver source. Let's go with that. A whole bunch of effigies, the nib buds, the getting it. At some point I will be doing some farming on my freighter. I'm not there just yet. These are more of the technical, more advanced chemicals, I guess, or ingredients, indium and activated stuff. And a stack of 9,999 deuterium, nitrogen, cadmium. I need the activated cadmium, frost crystals, bubble clusters. Again, it's used for building. What is it used for building for? I have no idea, but I'm going to keep it. Random stuff. You guys want to pause the video, check it out. It's actually worth a lot of money, this stuff. I'm at 5 million here. Hermetic seals, don't need to keep that one. You can make it easy, 1 million. Star bulbs, 416. It's some of them are super expensive, some of them are not. So storage augmentation, I got 2 here. I got 4 frigate modules, repair kits, wiring looms, microprocessors. You name it, I got it. Battery, ion batteries, advanced batteries, 26. I just get those on planets that I explored. I just get those. I got 9 more 200-ton things of fuel for my frigates and my expeditions here, ready to go. Indium, activated indium, I'm going to show you guys what I do with that. My A class, my B class upgrades, C class upgrades, S class, and my metal plating, as you saw, mind control device, and explosive drones. Those are only used for freighter expeditions, a bunch of other random stuff that is valuable. Ammunition, 9,999. I have the same thing on my person, 9,972. I keep getting it and I keep selling it and I keep getting it and selling it. Drop pod coordinate data, I don't need that anymore. I've harvested so much of, no, actually this one, the salvage data. I found so much of this that I don't need it anymore. I've been to the abyss. I've bought everything that you can buy with salvage data. I don't need it anymore. I keep 30 of them on me for what reason I don't know, but I've upgraded everything. I'll show you guys what I've done. Navigation data is the same thing. I just trade it for maps. I get these maps, especially these ones. They give you distress calls and you will find some distressed ships. Oftentimes the pilot will not be there. You can claim the ship as your own. There is another bug to that, boys and girls, and I will try to record it for you on a video. If not, Jason Plays, he's got it. And I've used that bug before and it works as of August 2020. That's the worst. All right, let's go down for a spin. And I'm gonna go show you what I am doing down below on the planet real nice and quick. We're gonna jump back into our exotic. I like the exotic, it's a little bit faster. It goes super far, 1200 I do believe. No, 1100 and something is the light years. No, 1192. 1192 is my hyperdrive range, which when I was looking for the S-Class freighter was extremely helpful to me. Wow, that was brutal. That was brutal. I'm not used to, I think that's actually the second time that I actually leave that freighter. I just got the freighter today, so I was used to my old freighter just going straight out and not hitting anything. Gotta watch out for this guy. All right, so there's the storms. We're gonna watch the ground. We don't want to hit. So there's a structure here, as you can see. I'm gonna go show you guys what that structure is all about. Yeah, I know. Just let's land right here. I got a little bit of a pad. The pad's not really for that. I was gonna build a base here at some point. I just never got around to it. Whoa! So base number 1, I do have a solar panel here. The only reason why this was there is to connect that to what's on the other side. I do have a trade terminal here as well. Galactic Trade Terminal. The only way to build these, boys and girls, is you got to go into tech. You got to go into is it general? Structures, small, and cuboid room. You're gonna have to build yourself a cuboid room. You can build it just about anywhere. You need 100 pure ferrite. Once you have that, put yourself a door on there and you will be able to place a galactic trade terminal in there. That's the only way you're going to be able to. On a normal wall building floor, you will not be able to place one of those. It's kind of weird. There's my computer. My computer only acts as a relay to what's down there, and I will go show you real nice and quick what I have going on in here. Now this is my most promising one that I have. And that's all that's in here. Now I didn't make a super big building because I didn't know how much power I was going to need. This, boys and girls, if you go in your building menu, tech, power industry, power, it is going to be the electromagnetic generator. And what this does is find power from the ground. You are annoying as fudge. Thank you. Okay. What this does is find power from the ground and feeds whatever you're using. How to find one of those? Use your scanner, boys and girls. As you can see at the bottom, you got change survey mode. Hit 3, you got gas, you got mine, you get power. As you can see, we have a hotspot proximity 30 away. We're gonna slowly move up to it because we are here. I already have the mine or the power generation set up. Once you get close enough to it, it is going to analyze it. There you go, analyzing hotspot. It is a C class, which is not a good, obviously, you know, C is the worst of the worst, although it is more than enough to feed my power needs. Local feed, thanks. Local field strength is 48, max field is 50. 48 is where you are as opposed to that 50. Let's move closer, see 49. So the best that I'm getting is 49%. So at 49%, this is at the strongest peak that I can get the power at. So boys and girls, this is my power. Now my power feeds what? I'm gonna show you what it feeds, and I want you guys to do the same thing. If you're looking for money in No Man's Sky, this is the best way that I discovered how to make money with no work involved. Now before I did mine salt, I found a planet that had a lot of salt. And what I did for hours is simply mine salt. I made good money, a lot of good money. I don't know, I forgot to push off. I must have made about 10 million, which is chump change at this point. These boys and girls are my miners. Here. They're working hard, they're mining it up. There's a hole in the ground right here. Now to build one of those, you're gonna go in the same menu, Z on the keyboard. I use mouse and keyboard. You're gonna go tech, you're gonna go power industry, and you're gonna go industrial. Industrial, you're gonna go right here. It's a mineral extractor. You're gonna need metal plating, 5 of those, and chromatic metal. This is where your ferrite, dust, and copper and chromatic metal and everything comes into play. You're gonna need this stuff because you're gonna need lots of it. Now these only have a limit of 250 storage per, and you can see on them they are producing activated indium. The network extraction rate is 5,720 per hour, and my storage, as you can see, is 13,250. There's a reason why it's 13,000. These are 250 a pop. I connected those to a pipe right in the back here to my storage. These are my storage, and these will keep X amount of whatever you keep. So when it's full at 13,200, I just emptied not long ago, you grab it and you just put it wherever you want. Exosuit, high capacity inventory, don't know what that means. Oh yeah, that's my cargo. And then you can put it in the freighter. So if you put it in your exosuit, there you go in your exosuit, and then there's your stack of activated indium. I have 3 mines of activated indium. I'm gonna go show you the other ones real quick. And then I'm going to show you why I actually do this. This is what paid for my freighter. So I do have a teleporter at every single mine that I have. This is the only activated indium mine that works off power. All the other ones, I couldn't find a close enough power source for me to be able to keep them running 24 hours a day. So I came up with a different setup that works for me, and I'm able to travel in between them. And we're about to see that. I have 2 more activated indiums that work this way, and my main base is a phosphorus mine. The reason why it's a phosphorus mine is because 1, that's what was available, of course, and 2, when you're on a planet like this, to recharge your shielding, you need phosphorus. So if I go on X, battery, and recharge my infrared thermal pump, I need phosphorus. Same with this one here, my carbon heliostat, I need phosphorus. I didn't want to run out of phosphorus, so I just did that. So this is the same thing, but you can see they're not running. Just run a little extra graph. So these guys are running because, again, I couldn't find a power source close by. So what I ended up doing is putting a whole bunch of solar panels up here. Now I did attempt this with batteries, and it was simply not working with batteries. It was draining the batteries, but the mines weren't working. Even though they were draining the batteries, they weren't working. It didn't make sense. As you can see, I have another traded terminal here. Now the reason why this is on is because I have a separate set of solar panels in this corner here. These solar panels are connected to the teleporter, which are connected to the batteries. Now these charge this. This is only to make sure that my teleporter works 24 hours a day. So when I want to come to this mine in the middle of the night, I can teleport here without having to use the computer, which is here. You can teleport to, but with the computer you can't teleport from. So with the teleporter on its own dedicated power source, I made it work. So if you go in the storage here again, we're gonna grab it. It's 1,000. I have a storage of 10,000 on this one. We're gonna jump to the next one, and I will reveal the purpose to this. I do believe it's Allah. I do believe it is Allah. I actually built a base at the phosphorus one. I set myself up a little bit. Now this is not where I want to stay. Obviously I want to find a lush planet, which will be in one of the next videos. We're going to be looking for a lush planet. But we're also going to do some freighter expeditions, crash freighters. These ones are working. See, there's sun still on this side. This is on the other side of the planet, I would assume. Because these are still working. The sun's about to go down now. Solar panels are on the front. The other one, maybe the solar panels were on the back and simply just did not work. But this is activated indium as well. We're gonna go in here in the storage. 1,250, we're gonna grab this bad boy. All right, thank you very much. Batteries, again, on a separate set of solar panels, which are, there's my Minotaur, in the back here. These solar panels over here actually feed my batteries, which feeds my teleporter, and the rest of the solar panels are connected to the miners. Let's go to the last one before I actually reveal why I do this and why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. And how long I'm going to do it for, I have no idea. I'm probably going to keep this base here forever, and I can teleport back to it pretty much whenever. And the beauty about these mines is that they work on your system time. So if it says in the game that it's going to take 2 hours to mine 10,000 activated indium, it is legitimately going to take 2 hours in real life. If you close your game for 2 hours and you come back 2 hours later, the mine will be done. They will have collected the resources. It's actually cool. It's not in-game time. This is my phosphorus, boys and girls. This is my phosphorus. Thank you. So phosphorus is full. I can grab it. I'm just going to end up selling it. This one here is a little bit more legit. I got a structure. I do have a trading terminal as well. And I put all my storage. Like I said, I was scared when I traded in my my freighter that I was going to lose all the storage because I didn't have those on a planet just yet. So I just built them as a temporary basis just so I wouldn't lose them. Those are my mines right there. There's only a few of them, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 by the looks of it, connected to a battery system which goes where my ship is. My ship follows me around everywhere. I built this little structure, again, plain Jane, super basic, super quick, no purpose to it. There's actually something in there. What is that? Oh, that's a small teleporter. At first I was going to try this one, but they're super short range, and it wasn't going to work for me at all. It simply wasn't going to work. I'm glad that my ship follows me around everywhere I go. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. There's a storm. Those are activated crystals. They only activate during a storm like this. If you're going to spend some time to actually try to collect these in these kind of environments, I recommend getting the Minotaur. You will be privileged. You will not be affected by the storm. This is my power. I got lots and lots of power. Way overkill on the power for this, but I didn't know. This is the first mine I ever built. I didn't know how much power I was going to need. So as I'm saying, if you want to collect those crystals, extreme storm, as you can see down below, it's not going down because I recharged my two what do they call? What are those things called? Technology there. These guys. Upgrades. I recharged both upgrades, so that's why it's not going down. But I am still affected by the storm. If you have a Minotaur, you can summon your Minotaur anywhere at any point in time. As long as you have it, of course. If you don't have it, he's easy to get. Hold E, get in there, and there you go, boys and girls. You're no longer affected by the storm. by animals. Sentries will attack you, but to a certain limit. I actually was attacked by a flying ship when I first tried my Minotaur. Right here, actually, I was attacked by a flying ship, and he wouldn't let go, and I couldn't knock him down with the Minotaur either. So I had to jump in my ship and shoot it down, and I got a decreased level because I shot it down, even though they attacked me first. So there you go. You can hold E, and you can grab the Storm Crystal if you want. I don't want it. I'm not going to grab it. But in your Minotaur, you do have a laser. The laser does not have a cooldown. It does have a battery, but it does not have a cooldown. You can farm so many resources. When I ran out of ferrite dust, that's exactly what I did. I jumped in my Minotaur, and I simply farmed everything that I could see. And then my cannon's at 0%. But there you have it. That is what I have. So I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to go with my ship first. You can't run with the Minotaur. He's super nice and slow. You do have a jetpack, but the jetpack is not the best. One thing I don't like is anything you walk over automatically gets destroyed from the map. It does not exist anymore, so you're better off just farming everything rather than walking on everything. All right, let me get back in my little exotic class here. Look, it's clipping right through the freaking rock. All right, there you go. We're good. So we're gonna go up in the air, and we are gonna go above the storm. There you have it. All right, so here's what I do with the activated indium. I have 162 million. Now, if you're looking at other people's gaming videos, some people's got billions and billions and billions. Yes, I'm not there yet, and I'm not using any glitch to get money, to get nanites. I'm not doing this the easy way about it. I'm actually legitimately playing the game how I see the game should be played. And that's the amount of money that I have. Now, I did have to cough up 144 million for the S-Class freighter as well. So I was at about 300 and something million. I think 305 million is what I had. And the reason that I had that kind of money is because of my activated indium mine. So if I grab this and I go in my freighter, we're going to pop that onto here. Now, a stack of 9,999 activated indium takes the game about 2.5 hours to mine on my end, and I show up 2.5 hours later. I collect it and I put it in my inventory, and that's it. This sells for almost $10 million. So money is super easy to get, right? If you're looking at this, this is just about, if you do the math, it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Times 4, you're looking at just a little bit under 200 million without doing anything at all. I literally do not do anything to get this. I built my mine. My mine is built. I go down every few hours. I collect the activated indium. Once this is full, I go to any trade terminal and I sell it. And this is the price, boys and girls. 9,489,051. That's it. Not $51. Thousands dollars. No cents. There's no other use for it. It's super easy. Super duper easy. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be it for this quick little video. It is a quick little video about me actually getting back into the gaming world. And there is my beauty. I'm going to go close to it because the next video I'm actually going to show you another trick that I learned. We're going to go in a different star system to do this trick as well. And we're going to bring our freighter with us. We don't need the freighter, but I'm still going to bring it with us. Because why? If my freighter is not in the same solar system as me, I do have access to, I do have access to this storage, but I don't have access to all my containers. Now, it's happened sometimes before. I'll end up on another planet, and for example, I'll find a drop pod, because I do have all these drop pod, I do have all the drop pod coordinates, because I'm trying to find all these drop pods to max out my exosuit without having to pay $1 million a pop or go into the abyss, which I do every single time. I'll show you guys that as well. So I do that every single place, and sometimes you need, when you find a drop pod, you need to repair it, and in order to repair it, sometimes I need some of the stuff that's actually in these storage containers. So my ship goes everywhere I go. Thank you so much for watching, boys and girls. Hope you enjoyed this quick little video about what I've got going on so far in my game No Man's Sky. And in the next video I will be posting, we'll be doing a crashed freighter, or a lost freighter into space. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna get all the stuff. Hopefully we're gonna get a salvage module out of it, and maybe even a storage augmentation, so we can bump up my S-class freighter all the way up. So if you like the video, leave a like and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.